Welcome back, Romantic Home family, and welcome if y'all are new. I am Olivia's Romantic Home, and I am over the moon, excited to share with you guys 6 DIY, Dollar Tree, and budget-friendly Valentine's Day decor crafts. This is going to kick off my 2026 romance season. We're going to be doing Valentine's Day crafting, spring crafting, just all of the pretty crafting. I am so excited to share this video with you guys because these are DIYs you have never ever seen me do before. Oh my goodness. So I have been wanting to try a paper rose for so long. You guys, look at how gorgeous this is. Okay, I know you're here for the crafting and decorating. Don't forget to subscribe and pop over to my Livy's Romantic Home DIY Facebook page where I share daily crafting inspiration with you guys. Without further ado, let's go ahead and plug in those glue guns. Get out your glitter and paint, and let's get to crafting. For this first DIY, we're going to make an awesome jumbo rose. You're going to need 4 pieces of square scrapbook paper, and you're going to fold it 4 times until you get this triangle. This craft is so awesome. You guys have to try it. Okay, then make a little semicircle, and you're just going to cut out the top of that semicircle, and you're going to make 4 of these triangles. Now, when you unfold it, it's going to look like this. You guys, this is so easy to do. You can totally do this. I'm going to show you guys how to make this fold several times because it took me watching the original tutorial several times. So I'm just going to go ahead again and fold it 4 times, cut that little semicircle, and I messed up several of them, so give yourself some grace. Also, I'm using this shabby chic paper, but I think it would be really cool to do this with just like a plain paper. But I'm taking a no spend January challenge, and so I'm not going to be spending any more money on crafting supplies. You guys saw my Dollar Tree and my Hobby Lobby haul, but now my spending is over for the month of January. No spend January. So anyway, we're just going to go ahead and cut 4 of those. Now, once you have those cut, you're going to cut out one petal of your first rose. Then you're going to cut out 2 petals of the second part of your rose. Then you're going to cut out 3 petals of the third part of your rose. I think you guys are getting my drift. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then for the next one, you're just going to cut it in half, or 4 petals. Okay, once you have that done, go back to the original one, and you're simply going to take, now you can take a pencil or whatever you have round and maybe curl the little rose pieces under. You can do that before you glue it together, or you can do it once you have it glued together. I did it the first time before I had it glued together, but then I thought it might be easier to do it after you have it glued together. I don't know. Play around with it and see what you guys think, but you're simply going to hot glue the little cut pieces together. Super easy to do. And then you're going to do the same thing for the next one. You're going to hot glue the little cut pieces together. So you're just going to continue to do that with those 4 larger pieces, and then you're going to hot glue everything together, and that's going to make your pretty paper rose. And then with the scrap pieces, you're going to roll those up and put those in the center, and that's going to make you guys, it comes out so beautiful. I feel like it's so just amazing and cool, and I can't believe I haven't ever tried this. So I was really excited when I found this tutorial. And so just go ahead and again curl the little ends of it with the pencil. You guys could do this with your kiddos, grandkids. I want to make several of these to use in my Valentine's Day decor. Again, I wish it was pink because it seems like when I put it on my tree, it looks almost like a purplish green, but it's really pretty in real life because it has all those shabby chic kind of vintage colors. And I did make 2 of them, and I did one with the paper one side and one with the paper the other. I like it with the roses where you guys can see it, but then again at the end you're just going to roll those in, and you can even, like, I took some pieces of paper that I messed up on and I added those in for a little bit extra petals. Here is how they look. I hope you guys love this and try it. I feel like this is the tutorial to start off the new year with. So for this next Dollar Tree DIY, grab one of those packages of Dollar Tree wooden heart cutouts and some yarn. Dollar Tree carries yarn now, and you're simply going to take it and wrap it around that little heart. I can't believe I haven't tried this craft sooner. It was so fun and easy to do. And when I did the first one, I used a little bit more hot glue. On the second one, I kind of figured out more of a pattern, and I can't tell you what the pattern is except you just keep wrapping and wrapping, and then once you find an empty space, you just wrap some more. I hope that makes sense. Let me know if you have any tips or tricks. Now, if you guys don't have the wooden heart cutouts for this project, you can easily cut cardboard wooden heart cutouts. You guys have seen me cut cardboard hearts forever on this channel, because by the time Christmas is over and I've spent all my money, I'm really going to be repurposing and recycling a lot of things for my Valentine's Day decor and crafting. And I like to recycle and repurpose and reuse anyway. I feel like it's better for the environment, even though I do spend money on crafting supplies. You guys go back and check out my last Dollar Tree haul video and my Hobby Lobby haul. I had to grab some new goodies for the beginning of this crafting season. So here is how these look. You guys, how adorable are these? I want to make up a bunch of them. You guys could do so many fun things with them. Great for all ages. Okay, for this next Dollar Tree DIY, grab one of the Dollar Tree heart boxes. These are going to be so fun. I grabbed several of these because I have so many craft ideas for these. But for the first one that we're going to do with this, on this video, we're going to take, and I'm going to take some of that craft paper and I'm just going to cut it out. I cut 2 hearts because I want to put that on the top and the bottom of my box. And then I cut a little bit of craft paper to go around it. You could also paint the box, but I want to make this into like a vintage Valentine's Day box. I love those vintage Valentine's Day boxes. I think they're so pretty. They have like lace and trims and they're just so pretty. So we're going to make our own. I used some of that lace trim that I grabbed from Hobby Lobby. It's so pretty, you guys. It almost hurt me to even use it. Do you guys love lace and trims like that? I think if I was like back in the good old days, I would have a haberdashery store. I don't know if I said that right, but I've been watching, I love this series on Netflix with the nuns. Oh my gosh, it's slipping my mind. I watch it every night. But they have a haberdashery store. I know I'm saying that wrong, but anyway, it has like trims and just little goodies, sewing notions and different things like that. The Nanatus house. It's not that. Call the midwife. That is what I'm trying to say. It is such a sweet show. Okay, back to the craft, but I'm going to add some of that pretty pink trim around it. And this is just looking so sweet. And you guys could really stop here, but you guys know I'm going to keep going because I just love really fancy things. And I'm still in my mind, you guys, trying to design my Valentine's Day tree. I have so many different ideas. I'm almost nervous to start it because I don't want to mess it up in my head how I want it to look and then how it's actually going to go. Do you guys ever do that when you're working on a project? Now, I did add some of that bridal lace trim that I had picked up from Hobby Lobby. It is so beautiful. And I didn't want to cover up any of the roses, so I kind of like pieced some pieces apart. So I did go ahead and add a rose to the top of the box. I was debating on whether or not I wanted to do that, but I just thought it made it look so romantic. I added some ribbons and some pretty pearls. And here is the final look. I am in love with this sweet little box. I think it would be so fun to do a vintage Valentine's Day tree or put like some rose teacups and stuff on it. I have so many ideas, you guys, for this Valentine's Day season. Again, I hope I'm able to get them all out and make them look how I want them to look. Now, from Dollar Tree, I picked up a couple packs of these little ornaments. I didn't like the XOXO on it because I want to make it look a little bit more vintage. So I took just some little sandpaper. I sanded off the original writing on it. I added some bridal trimming. And then I'm just going to add some of that pretty trim I found at Hobby Lobby. I love this ruffled trim. I feel like it looks so vintage chic. And then I just added a bow and some little tiny ribbon roses. You know, just some little satin roses. I got a whole pack of these. Super excited for this. The only thing about this is I'm wondering if I'm losing the little heart shape too much with all the trimmings. They just look so pretty. Should I put these in my Etsy shop? Would you guys like to see those in my Etsy shop with the bridal lace and all the pretty goodies? They're just so, so pretty. Anyway, I hope I can make up enough and maybe throw a couple in my Etsy shop. But I hope you guys love this. Now for this next DIY, it's so simple. I don't even know if I should call this a DIY, but I had found some of these pink bows on clearance at Hobby Lobby Hobby. They were Dollar Tree prices for a pack of 3 or 4, I think, came on this. And then I had those little Dollar Tree felt heart stickers. And I'm just going to simply take those felt heart stickers, peel off the backing, and put that on the center part of this little Hobby Lobby bow. So easy. We could get really a lot more fancy with these and, you know, put the bridal lace on there and ribbons and roses and just go totally crazy. But I think for these bows, because I probably want to reuse them for Christmas, I don't think I want to do too much with them. So I just added on the stickers and called it good. Once I get to doing my Valentine's Day tree, I'll see if I like this or if it's going to look too corny, but I do feel like you can do a little bit more corny on Valentine's Day. Okay, now for this next DIY, I had been wanting actually to do this for Christmas, so it's almost like a leftover craft, but I did take down a lot of my Christmas decor, but I left out some of these plain pale pink ornaments I had painted, and I'm just going to take some tulle and wrap the tulle around the ornament. This was a little bit trickier than I thought it was going to be, but once I had it on there, I just gathered it up all at the top and then added a zip tie and then trimmed off the top. I have some of that bridal lace, you know, with the sequins. It's just so pretty. It was a little pricey, but so well worth it. I'm going to add that to the front of this pretty little ornament. I just want to make it look really fancy and very Victorian. And this was just making my heart sparkle and shine. I took this pink satin ribbon and I just made a simple little bow and added that bow to the top. Now, I didn't like the weird little fluff at the top. I don't know if you guys could see that. So I just took some pearls and I added pearls in and around the top of this, recycling and repurposing those pearls that somebody had sent me during Christmas. Here is the final look. What do you guys think about these DIYs? Let me know in the comment section which one was your favorite and which one will you be recreating. I am so excited to start my Valentine's Day decorating. My studio is already a disaster, but it's well worth it. Now here is my little sassy guy, Benji Bear. He wants to say hi to all his puppy dog and kitty cat fans out there. It was a beautiful day today, you guys. I don't know what's going on with this weather, but I will take it. It is so nice out. So Benji Bear got to get his walk in. And I don't know if you guys couldn't tell, but he is almost running at the beginning of this walk. He was so excited to get out. Every day at about 4:15, he just starts begging me to go out. And so we hit the road. No matter where I'm at with whatever I'm doing inside my home, it's time for his walk, and he will beg me and tell me, hey, Mom, it is time to go. It's so funny. I don't feel like I remember him talking as much to me as he does now, and I'm sure it's just because it's him and I in the house. So anyway, we love you guys so much. I hope you enjoyed these tutorials, and we'll talk soon. So thank you all so much for joining me on another fun and fabulous crafting and decorating adventure. Which was your favorite DIY in this video, and which one will you guys be recreating? I cannot wait to see what you guys are going to be up to for your season of romance, your winter Valentine's Day crafting. I just love to keep crafting and decorating, especially through the winter months when things can get a little dreary, a little down, all the fun things. Now listen, I have shared with you guys that we are doing a new devotional or Bible study. This is called The Bible in a Year. It's less than $10 on TikTok Shop. I don't have a link, but you guys can easily just pop on there. You can grab it off of Amazon. And this is awesome. And I'm gonna let everybody get a chance to kind of catch up because I just announced that we're doing this Bible in a year. It's a year-long study. It's super easy to do. I'm doing this with my daughter and also my daughter-in-law, and we're gonna check in every Sunday just to see how it's going and see what they think about this and to just kind of discuss the little fun questions. I know several of you guys have commented and let me know that you're going to be doing this as well. So I did day 3, but now I'm going to give you guys a full week next week to order your book, get caught up, because I don't want anybody to feel like they're getting left out or behind. So this one, the first week or chapter is about creation and God's nature. And I love this one because God loves us so much. God loves you so much. And God's nature is so loving. And I think more loving than we can even comprehend. So that's what I'm really loving about this one. And today I read in 1 John 1:1-3. And this one said, The Word became flesh, and in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. He was with God in the beginning. Through him all there was made. Without him nothing was made and has been made. So it really talks about how just God is right there at the beginning, and this is just such a blessing to my heart. And speaking of blessings, I love this because at the beginning of the week it has a little blessing, and then it has reflection questions. So one of the reflection questions says, looking at the coming week, where could you spend 10 minutes outdoors each day to intentionally observe God's creation? Choose a specific time and place. And for mine, I chose going on a walk with my dog every afternoon, sitting outside in the morning to drink my smoothie when it's warm, to kind of get that sunshine on my face. So just thinking about how beautiful nature is and how amazing God's creation is. I've been reading this blessing with you guys every time I've kind of announced the study, but I'm going to go ahead and read it again in case you guys missed it because it's so beautiful and I want to bless you guys. This says, blessing for week 1. May you walk through this week with eyes wide open to the wonders of God's creations, seeing his fingerprints in both the magnificent and the mundane. And may each glimpse of his creative power draw you closer to his heart. Isn't that an amazing thought to think about when we wake up in the morning, that that's God's gift to us? And when we step out our door, whether it not be sunshine or rain, another gift that God has given us, his beautiful creation, our puppy dogs, our children, our spouses, the people that we love, our friends and family, another of God's beautiful blessing and creations. So I hope you guys just pause for just a minute and take this moment to thank God for all of the beautiful creations that he has blessed us with, no matter what we're going through. Because we can see beauty and goodness in the everyday. So I love you all so much. I hope you have a beautiful, blessed weekend. I hope you do some fun crafting and that these crafts have inspired you. I can't wait to our next video. And until then, be kind to yourselves, be kind to one another, and we'll talk to you guys very soon. Bye.